Why does the deepest love trigger the deadliest rage? You stand in the ashes of a relationship. You look around at the wreckage. The bridges are burned. The walls are breached. And you are holding the match. You wonder why you did it. Why you went from loving them to wanting to destroy them in a single heartbeat. You are asking yourself a dangerous question. Why do I choose scorched earth? Why can I not just walk away? Why must I burn the fields so nothing can ever grow again? You feel like a monster. You feel unstable. You feel like a villain in your own story. But I am here to tell you something different. You are not a monster. You are a machine. And that machine has triggered a specific protocol. A protocol designed for one thing: survival. Welcome to the Watchtower. Let us analyze the sensation. It starts in the chest, a cold vacuum where the heart used to be. Then the heat rises. It moves up the neck. It floods the face. It is a red static behind the eyes. You feel a vibration in your hands. This is not sadness. This is not grief. This is the mobilization of war. You feel the urge to dismantle their reputation, to reveal their secrets, to shatter their ego, to ensure they feel the exact frequency of pain that they transmitted to you. Society tells you to be the bigger person. Society tells you to forgive and forget. Society is wrong. Society wants you to be compliant. But your biology wants you to be safe. And right now, your biology has identified a threat that must be neutralized. The person you trusted has defected. They have crossed the line. And in the ancient logic of your DNA, a traitor is more dangerous than an enemy. An enemy stands outside the walls. You can see them. You can prepare for them. But a traitor stands inside the gate. They have the blueprints to your weakness. They know where you sleep. So when they betray you, your system does not just get angry. It goes nuclear. It attempts to erase them from existence. Because as long as they exist, you are vulnerable. This creates a paradox. You are a good person. You are empathetic. You are loyal. So why is your rage so terrifying? Why does the person who loves the deepest hate the hardest? It is because of the investment. You gave them the keys to the castle, and they sold them. The intensity of your destruction matches the intensity of your devotion. It is the laws of physics applied to emotion. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. But you are tired of the fire. You are tired of the smoke in your lungs. You want to know how to stop the burning. You want to know how to regain control. We will examine the hardware. We will dissect betrayal. And we will build a new protocol. Let us look at the biological hardware. You think you are emotional. You are not. You are running a sophisticated algorithm called the prediction error. Your brain is a prediction machine. That is its primary function, to predict what happens next. This saves energy. If you know the sun comes up in the east, you do not have to waste glucose calculating it every morning. When you love someone, your brain builds a massive model of them. You predict their behavior. You predict their loyalty. You predict their safety. This model is stored in your prefrontal cortex. It is linked to your dopamine reward system. It feels good to predict correctly. It feels safe. This is what you call trust. Trust is just biological predictability. It allows your nervous system to rest. It allows your amygdala to power down. You lower your shields because the prediction model says the area is clear. Then the betrayal happens. They lie. They cheat. They leave. They break the pattern. This triggers a massive biological event. Neuroscientists call this a prediction error. But it is not a small glitch. It is a system crash. The anterior cingulate cortex activates. This is the part of the brain that processes physical pain. It also processes social rejection. To your brain, there is no difference between a broken heart and a broken leg. The signal is the same. Damage. Threat to life. The brain screams. The model was wrong. The map is not the territory. Your reality collapses. This is why you feel dizzy. This is why you cannot eat. Your body enters a state of shock. It is recalibrated the entire world. If this person is not who I thought they were, then what else is a lie? Is the sky blue? Is the ground solid? You lose your footing in the universe. We must look deeper into the evolutionary archives. Why does the rage feel lethal? Why do you want to destroy them socially and professionally? This comes from the cheater detection module. This is a theoretical mechanism in evolutionary psychology. Go back 50,000 years. You are in a tribe of 50 people. Resources are scarce. Cooperation is not a luxury. It is the difference between life and death. If you share your food with a tribe member, you expect them to share with you later. This is reciprocal altruism. But then, a cheater appears. They take your food, but they do not give back. They sleep with your mate and raise their offspring on your resources. If you allow this behavior to continue, your genetic line ends. You die, and your children die. Therefore, evolution selected for a specific rate. A blinding, overwhelming, destructive rage toward cheaters. This rage had a function. It was not just to punish. It was to signal to the rest of the tribe, I am not to be trifled with. If you cross me, the cost will be higher than the gain. This scorched earth policy is not madness. It is a deterrent strategy. It is your ancestors screaming through your blood, ensuring that you are not taken advantage of again. You are not crazy. You are a sentinel. You are protecting the sanctity of the contract. But now we face the trap. The problem is the modern world. In the modern world, you cannot exile them into the wilderness to be eaten by wolves. You cannot eliminate them physically. So your biological weapon system has nowhere to aim. So you attack their avatar. You attack their social media. You attack their reputation. You send the text messages. You write the emails. You try to destroy their image. Because their image is the only thing you can reach. You are trying to correct the record. You are trying to warn the tribe. Look at this predator. Do not let them in. You are screaming the truth. But to the outside world, you look like the crazy one. This is the tragedy of the betrayal response. The victim screams, and the scream makes them look like the aggressor. The predator stays calm, because the predator has no empathy. They do not feel the pain, so they look rational, and you look hysterical. This is the trap. Let us descend into the dark night. The enemy here is not just the betrayer. The enemy is the loop. You are stuck in a cognitive loop. We call this the Zeigarnik Effect on steroids. The Zeigarnik Effect states that the brain remembers unfinished tasks better than finished ones. A betrayal is the ultimate unfinished task. It makes no sense. There is no closure. The narrative has a hole in it, so your brain grinds on it, over and over, trying to solve the equation. Why did they do it? Was I not enough? Did they ever love me? You replay the memories. You scan for clues. You become a detective of your own misery. You go through old messages. You look at photos. You search for the moment the lie started. You are trying to debug the software, but the software is not the problem. The data was corrupted from the source. The predator knows this. Whether they are a narcissist or just a coward, they use your need for closure against you. They give you silence, or they give you half-minus truths. This is called intermittent reinforcement. It keeps you hooked. It keeps you gambling. Maybe if I explain it one more time, they will understand. Maybe if I send one more text, they will apologize. You are bargaining with a ghost. The person you loved does not exist. They were hallucination. a projection, a mask worn by a hollow entity. But you are still in love with the mask, and you are furious at the entity for taking it off. This cognitive dissonance tears you apart. You hold to beliefs. I love them, and I hate them. The tension between these two beliefs creates heat, and that heat becomes the fire of scorched earth. We must address the reactive abuse. This is a specific tactic used by the emotionally immature. They will poke you. They will whisper lies. They will gaslight you until your reality fractures. They push you until you snap, until you scream, until you throw something. And in that moment, they pull out their camera, or they call their friends, and they say, "Look how crazy they are. Look how abusive they are." They manufactured your reaction to validate their victimhood. They used your biology against you. They hijacked your amygdala to paint themselves as the martyr. And because you have a conscience, you feel guilty. You wonder if you really are the bad guy. This shame creates more rage, and the cycle continues. You are drinking poison and expecting them to die. Your rage is flooding your system with cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. It is designed for short bursts, to run from a lion, but you are marinating in it. It is eroding your hippocampus. It is shrinking your brain. It is suppressing your immune system. It is aging your skin. Every moment you spend plotting their destruction, you are destroying yourself. You are cannibalizing your own resources to fight a war that is already over. They have moved on. Predators do not mourn. Predators simply find new prey. They are already scanning the horizon for the next host, and you are standing in the ruins, screaming at a phantom. Philosophy warns us of this. Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. You are gazing into the abyss of that character, and it is infecting you. You are becoming bitter. You are becoming cynical. You are losing your light. You are letting their darkness colonize your soul. You are letting them win twice. First, they betrayed your trust. Second, they turned you into a version of yourself that you hate. They stole your past, and now they are stealing your future. This is the cost of scorched earth. You burn the ground, but you have to live on that ground. You are the one choking on the smoke. It is time for the pivot. It is time to wake up. You are not a victim. You are a volunteer. As long as you engage, you are volunteering for the abuse. You think you are fighting back. You are not. You are feeding them. Toxic entities feed on reaction. They feed on supply. Your anger is supply. Your tears are supply. Your long paragraphs explaining your pain. Supply. It proves you are still under their control. It proves they still matter. Even your hate is a form of validation. It means they had an impact. The only thing that destroys a narcissist, the only thing that destroys a betrayer, is irrelevance, total, absolute, silence. But you are afraid of the silence, because the silence feels like letting them get away with it. You want justice. You want karma. Let me tell you about karma. Karma is not a magical force in the universe. Karma is cause and effect. Their character is their fate. Heraclitus said, character is destiny. A person who lies to you, lies to everyone. A person who betrays, betrays everyone. They live in a prison of their own making. They can never have deep connection. They can never have trust. They are constantly managing a web of deceit. That is a miserable existence. You do not need to punish them. Their life is the punishment. Your job is not to be the executioner. Your job is to be the escapee. You must shift your objective. The goal is not to destroy them. The goal is to reclaim your sovereignty. Sovereignty means you rule your own mind. It means no external force can rigorous storm inside your walls. Right now, they have a remote control to your emotions. They press a button. You explode. They post a picture. You collapse. You must cut the wires. You must disable the receiver. You must become the fortress that cannot be breached. This requires a new strategy. We are moving from the chaotic reaction of the scorched earth to the cold precision of the architect. It is time to implement the protocols. We begin with Protocol 1, the biological reset. Your hardware is overheated. You cannot think logically while your blood is boiling. You need to manually override the amygdala. When the rage comes, do not act. Do not type. Do not speak. You must engage the mammalian dive reflex. This is a hard-wired physiological response. Submerge your face in ice water. Hold it there for 30 seconds. This shocks the system. It slows the heart rate. It activates the vagus nerve. It forces the body out of fight or flight. It brings the prefrontal cortex back online. Do this every time the urge to destroy hits you. Freeze the fire, literally. Then engage high-intensity physical output. Sprint, lift heavy iron, punch a bag. You have mobilized energy in your bloodstream. If you do not use it, it becomes anxiety. Burn the energy, not the bridges. Exhaust the beast so the human can speak. Next is Protocol 2, the Obsidian War. This is not the silent treatment. The silent treatment is a manipulation tactic. This is a protective measure. It is a boundary made of volcanic glass. You remove their access to you completely. Block the number. Block the social media. Block the friends who act as spies. We call these flying monkeys. Cut them off. Do not check their profile. Every time you look at their face, you mind astromatize your brain. You reset the healing clock to 0. You are picking the scab. Stop touching the wound. The obsidian wall allows no light to pass through. You become a void to them. If you must communicate for legal reasons or children, you use the grey rock method. You become as boring as a grey rock. You give one-word answers. Yes, no. For PM, Tuesday. No emotion, no explanation, no defense. You starve them of supply. You become uninteresting. They will poke you. They will try to provoke a reaction. They will accuse you of being cold. Do not take the bait. Silence is the loudest scream. It signals that they no longer exist in your reality. Protocol 3, the narrative veto. The battle is mostly in your head. You are telling yourself a story. I was a fool. I am unlovable. They are winning. This is the virus. You must use your executive function to veto these thoughts. When the thought enters, label it. This is a remnant of the infection. This is a glitch. Then replace it with the truth. I detected a threat. I eliminated the threat. I am now secure. Reframe the betrayal. It was not a tragedy. It was a stress test. Your structure was tested. It held. You are still here. You learned where the cracks were. Now you reinforce them. Do not envy the predator. Do not envy their fake happiness. You have something they will never have. The capacity for truth. The capacity for growth. Pain is information. Pain is the sensation of weakness leaving the body. Use it. Transmute the rage into fuel. Build your empire. Build your body. Build your bank account. Build your mind. Let your success be the only noise you make. Protocol 4. The dead star. In astronomy, a dead star collapses into a black hole. It has immense gravity, but it emits no light. Treat the betrayer as a dead star. You acknowledge they were once bright. You acknowledge they had gravity. But now, they are dark. They are collapsed. You navigate around them, but you do not fly into them. You do not try to reignite them. You accept the entropy. This is amor fati, love of fate. Accept that this happened. It was necessary. It was the catalyst for your evolution. Without this betrayal, you would have remained asleep. You would have remained dependent. Now you are awake. Now you are dangerous. Because a person who has walked through the fire and refused to burn is the most powerful force on earth. Protocol 5. The forensic audit. This is for when the nostalgia hits. The brain tries to forget the bad and remember the good. This is called euphoric recall. It is a liar. You must counter it with cold data. Take a piece of paper. Write down every lie, every insult, every moment of neglect, every time you cried in the bathroom, every time you felt small. Create a dossier of evidence. When you miss them, do not look at their photos. Look at the dossier. Read the evidence of the crime. Remind yourself of the reality, not the fantasy. You are not missing the person. You are missing the dopamine hit they provided. You are missing the drug, not the dealer. The dealer was selling you poison, and you are finally in detox. It hurts, but it is the pain of healing, not the pain of dying. Let us discuss the concept of indifference. The opposite of love is not hate. Hate is still a connection. Hate requires energy. The opposite of love is indifference. Indifference is the ultimate revenge. When you hate them, you are telling them they are significant enough to ruin your day. When you are indifferent, you are telling them they are nothing. They are background noise. They are a glitched pixel on your screen. You simply scroll past. This is the state of the sovereign. You do not wish them harm. You do not wish them well. You do not wish them anything. You save your wishes for yourself. You reclaim the energy you were sending to them, and you invest it in your own architecture. Phase 6. The benediction. You stand up from the ashes. You look at your hands. They are no longer holding the match. They are holding a blueprint. You are no longer the destroyer. You are the architect. You realize that the scorched earth was necessary. You had to burn down the false reality to build the true one. The person you were before the betrayal is dead. Let them die. They were too naive for this world. The person you are now is hardened, not bitter, hardened, like steel tempered in oil. You see the world clearly. You see the transaction. You see the biology. You see the game. And you know how to play it. You do not need to destroy your enemies. You simply outgrow them. You ascend to a vertical plane where they cannot reach you. They are down in the mud, fighting for scraps, playing their petty games of manipulation. You are in the watchtower, looking down. You feel a strange sensation. It is not hate. It is not love. It is pity. You pity them because they are slaves to their impulses, and you are the master of yours. You have reclaimed your sovereignty. You are whole. You are complete. You are free. Walk away from the ruin. Do not look back. There is nothing there for you. The horizon is yours. Take it. We are Mind Ministry, and we are watching.